Natural disasters have shaped the course of American history, causing widespread destruction, loss of life, and profound changes in how communities prepare for and respond to such catastrophes. From hurricanes and earthquakes to volcanic eruptions, these events leave lasting marks on both the land and the people. Here's a countdown of the top 10 worst natural disasters to hit the United States, ranked by their severity, impact, and historical significance. Did you know that the United States experiences more natural disasters than any other country in the world? Stay tuned as we delve into the devastation and resilience that define these catastrophic events. 10. Mount St. Helens Eruption, 1980. On May 18, 1980, Mount St. Helens in Washington state erupted, creating the deadliest volcanic event in U.S. history. The eruption spewed ash across 11 states, killed 57 people, and caused $1.1 billion in damages. While the death toll was lower than in other disasters, the eruption devastated the landscape, flattening trees and creating mudslides that buried everything in their path. The event marked a new era in volcanic monitoring and preparedness in the U.S. Over the years, the area has slowly recovered, showcasing nature's resilience. Additionally, the eruption produced one of the largest debris avalanches in recorded history, altering the landscape dramatically. 9. The 1928 Okeechobee Hurricane. In September 1928, a powerful Category 4 hurricane struck Florida, causing Lake Okeechobee to overflow. The flooding was catastrophic, and over 2,500 people, mainly migrant farm workers, lost their lives. The storm is remembered for its impact on rural, low-income communities, highlighting the importance of flood prevention and response strategies in hurricane-prone areas. The legacy of the 1928 Okeechobee Hurricane continues to influence modern disaster preparedness and response, ensuring that such a tragedy is never repeated. An interesting fact is that the American Red Cross provided extensive relief efforts, setting up temporary shelters and distributing aid to thousands of affected families. 8. The Great Chicago Fire, 1871. One of the most infamous urban disasters in U.S. history, the Great Chicago Fire broke out on October 8, 1871. Allegedly started by a cow knocking over a lantern in a barn, the fire quickly spread, fueled by dry conditions and wooden buildings. Over 3 days, it destroyed 17,000 structures, killed around 300 people, and left 100,000 homeless. While tragic, the fire led to significant advancements in urban planning, fire safety, and rebuilding efforts that shaped modern Chicago. Today, Chicago stands as a testament to resilience and innovation. Modern fire prevention measures and safety drills are a direct result of lessons learned from this disaster. The Great Chicago Fire remains a pivotal moment in American history, remembered and commemorated to this day. Interestingly, the fire was so intense that it created its own weather system, with tornado-like fire whirls contributing to the destruction. 7. Hurricane Harvey, 2017. Hurricane Harvey made landfall in Texas in August 2017, becoming one of the most devastating storms in U.S. history. Harvey set a new record for rainfall, dumping over 60 inches of rain in parts of southeastern Texas, leading to catastrophic flooding in the Houston area. The storm caused over 100 deaths and $125 billion in damages. Harvey's unprecedented rainfall and widespread destruction underscored the growing risks of severe weather events in the era of climate change. The impact of Hurricane Harvey remains a stark reminder of the power of nature and the importance of preparedness. Additionally, Harvey displaced over 30,000 people and prompted more than 17,000 rescues. 6. The Dust Bowl, 1930s. In the early 1930s, the U.S. was struck by an ecological disaster known as the Dust Bowl. Severe droughts combined with poor farming practices led to massive dust storms that swept across the Great Plains, destroying crops and displacing millions of people. The Dust Bowl exacerbated the hardships of the Great Depression, leaving thousands of families homeless and hungry. This disaster reshaped American agriculture and led to changes in land management and farming techniques. The lessons learned from the Dust Bowl era have had a lasting impact on farming practices and environmental policies in the U.S. One notable fact is that the government responded with programs like the Civilian Conservation Corps to combat soil erosion and restore the land. 5. Hurricane Maria, 2017. On September 20, 2017, Hurricane Maria made landfall in Puerto Rico as a Category 5 storm, leaving a trail of devastation. Nearly 3,000 people died, and the island's infrastructure was left in ruins. Widespread power outages, lack of clean water, and destroyed homes plunged Puerto Rico into a humanitarian crisis. The storm highlighted issues with disaster preparedness and response, as well as the long-standing infrastructure vulnerabilities on the island. The resilience of the Puerto Rican people shone through as communities came together to rebuild and support one another in the aftermath of the storm. Additionally, Hurricane Maria was the third costliest tropical cyclone on record, with damages estimated at $91 billion. 4. The 1815 New Madrid Earthquakes. Between December of 1811 and February of 1812, a series of powerful earthquakes shook the central United States along the New Madrid fault line. These earthquakes, some of which reached an estimated magnitude of 7.5, caused the Mississippi River to briefly flow backward, and vast areas of land were permanently altered. Though the population was sparse at the time, the quakes remain among the most powerful in U.S. history, leaving a lasting mark on the region's landscape. The quakes were so intense that they were felt as far away as the East Coast, causing church bells to ring in Boston. The seismic activity also created Reelfoot Lake in Tennessee, a lasting reminder of the Earth's power. Additionally, the earthquakes caused sand blows and fissures in the ground, which expelled sand and water to the surface, creating a phenomenon known as sand volcanoes. The New Madrid earthquakes are a testament to the unpredictable and formidable forces of nature. 3. Hurricane Katrina, 2005. In August 2005, Hurricane Katrina struck the Gulf Coast, particularly New Orleans, leaving destruction in its wake. Over 1,800 people died, and much of New Orleans was submerged due to the failure of levees designed to protect the city. With $125 billion in damages, Katrina is one of the costliest natural disasters in U.S. history. The hurricane exposed serious flaws in disaster preparedness and response, especially regarding the federal government's role in managing the aftermath. The aftermath saw extensive rebuilding efforts and highlighted the resilience of the affected communities. Volunteers and organizations from across the country came together to support the recovery and rebuilding process. The Louisiana Superdome became a critical shelter for thousands of residents during the storm. 2. The 1906 San Francisco earthquake. On April 18, 1906, one of the most destructive earthquakes in U.S. history rocked San Francisco. The 7.9 magnitude quake and the fires that followed killed around 3,000 people and destroyed 80% of the city. It remains one of the deadliest earthquakes ever to hit an American city. The disaster prompted advances in earthquake research and led to the rebuilding of San Francisco into the modern metropolis it is today. The resilience of the people and the city's transformation are a testament to human spirit and innovation. Today, San Francisco stands as a symbol of recovery and progress, forever shaped by the events of 1906. The earthquake was caused by a rupture along the San Andreas Fault, which extends roughly 800 miles through California. 1. Topping the list is the 1900 Galveston Hurricane, the deadliest natural disaster in U.S. history. Striking Texas on September 8, 1900, the Category 4 storm brought 140 miles per hour winds and a devastating storm surge that wiped out much of Galveston. Between 8,000 and 12,000 people died, and the city was left in ruins. The tragedy led to major changes in hurricane forecasting and response, including the construction of a seawall in Galveston to prevent future disasters. Interestingly, the hurricane was so powerful that it reshaped the island's topography, raising the elevation of some areas by as much as 17 feet. Today, Galveston stands as a testament to resilience, with memorials honoring those lost and a community dedicated to preparedness. These disasters not only caused immense loss of life and property, but also shaped the future of disaster preparedness and response in the U.S. From hurricanes to earthquakes, each of these events serves as a reminder of the power of nature and the importance of readiness in the face of the unpredictable. These lessons continue to guide us today, ensuring we are better prepared for future challenges. Additionally, advancements in technology have significantly improved our ability to predict and respond to natural disasters, saving countless lives.